As Quebec brings in their vaccine passports, Ontario unveils their plan to implement their own. That's starting September 22nd. Proof of vaccination will be required to access non-essential businesses, going to the gym, going to a restaurant. They won't be required, though, for indoor retail shopping, banks, or other essential services. The new rules won't apply to those with medical exemptions or, of course, to children under 12. They can't get the vaccine yet. But flash back to July. And Ontario Premier Doug Ford was very much against vaccine passports, saying they were going to create a, quote, split society. What changed, and how's the reception of this going down? Well, let's bring in CTV News Queen's Park Bureau Chief Colin D'Mello to give us the details. Colin, give us the details here of this proof of vaccination system. Is this a, they didn't use the word at the press conference, is this a vaccine passport or not? What's going on here?
Well, yes, I mean, in effect, it is a certificate, a passport, or whatever you want to call it. It will essentially grant you access to a business or could potentially deny you access if you are unvaccinated in Ontario. That is the bottom line here. There's going to be a whole host of businesses, from restaurants, bars, gyms, wedding venues, conference halls, concerts, movie theaters, etc., that you could be banned from if you don't have your vaccine. And it's not just, having your second dose. You have to have second dose plus 14 days. You asked the question, what's changed? Well, it's the Delta variant. Today, the Ontario Science Advisory Table, just a few moments ago, Evan, put out a new science brief, new modeling, new projection, saying they're expecting a substantial fourth wave by October. And it's going to be so bad, they say, if we can't get this under control, that ICU occupancy could actually overtake that of what we saw during the third wave. And of course, we know the third wave in Ontario was the worst. It got so bad that the province was looking to the Philippines for nurses because we were running out of staff. That's how bad it got. So that's what they're faced with, which is why they saw no other option but to bring this in now.
It was very interesting, Doug Ford saying he was bringing it in because he said Justin Trudeau called an election and he wanted the federal government to bring in a unified passport, but he said that didn't happen, so we had to act. I'd love your comment on that, because it's happening as Quebec is providing residents in their province today with these QR codes. I don't know if folks know those quick response codes. Ontarians cannot expect that element for a long time. So tell me a bit about the delay and how Mr. Ford justified all these sort of long delays in this stuff.
Well, I mean, the delay, the bottom line of the delay comes down to the Premier himself. I mean, he even acknowledged today multiple times that he was staunchly against this passport. He even said, before, he didn't want to split society. He said today that as soon as these passports are no longer necessary, the province is going to yank them. But the Premier was playing a bit of politics today, as he has in the past whenever the government has found themselves in a sticky situation. The old boogeyman of Justin Trudeau comes up again. The Premier claimed today that, they had asked the federal government to implement a national vaccine passport, and they claim that the federal Liberal leader Justin Trudeau had said, no, we're not going to until after the election. And they said that they were told that about 3 weeks ago, which is why the Premier says his hand was forced, that he had to bring in some kind of a measure in the absence of a federal one. The federal government, Dominic LeBlanc, is hitting back, saying they're shocked by the Premier's assertion. They're saying that it is untrue. So obviously now a bit of politics here as the Premier is slowly dragging himself into the federal election campaign, even though he was trying his best to stay out of it.
Yeah. There's always politics when it comes to these passports. Real quick, Colin, one of Canada's largest school boards has voted against allowing polling stations in the schools for the federal election, Toronto Catholic School District Board. What impact could that have on Election Day?
Well, there are certainly other school boards now that are going to be looking at this policy. The Chief Medical Officer of Health, a few weeks ago, when asked about this before the writ had actually been issued, he was asked about whether or not schools in Ontario would be open to this. And he at that point said they're still examining the issue. They had not made up their mind. Here's one key, though. These vaccine passports, they went to great lengths to point out that a vaccine passport is not going to prevent you from entering a polling station in Ontario. So they're saying you can still vote, but that is going to be be a major question in the coming days. If one school board does it, we often see a domino effect. Are other school boards now going to examine this policy and going to say, listen, if this overlaps with the fourth wave, we would rather put the students over a federal election, and if it means closing the doors to having voters come in, so be it. So this is going to be an interesting conversation in the next coming few days, which will mean that more Ontarians might have to apply, to vote through mail, which of course is its own process and procedure, or,
right.
There might have to be some other solution found here to get people to the ballot box.
Okay, Colin D'Mello, thanks for that. And again, Colin just saying, Ontario Science Advisory Board just predicting a substantial fourth wave driven by the Delta variant. So that's something to watch. Colin, thank you.